episode 3 of The Devil Judge. So much goes on in this show. It's one of those shows that you have to really sit back after watching it to digest everything, because there's little tricks and tips and little moments where you have to pay attention to get an idea of who a character is and what they're going through. There's also who is now an enemy towards who is secretly helping who, and who will join forces. Also, just who will he take on next in each episode. There's always someone that crosses his path. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. So much happens in this show. It's so hard to process, but so fascinating. I would say whenever we get to the courtroom scenes, they're always fun, but this one was very short, and then we've now got Kang Yohan backstory a bit more. But notice how everyone says he's capable of getting people to do stuff. It feels like once someone wrongs him, he will find any which way to get everyone to turn on one another. And he doesn't have to lift a finger, he can just provide evidence or intimidate or do something that makes someone do something. Because so at the end that he didn't touch him. The only thing he did was take that watch. But it seemed like the fireman was paid off in that instance. And that's where it comes about. We need to find out about his past and his brother that he lost. Because I felt bad for him, and then this happens, and you're like, oh, such a conflict of interest here, because you watch it and you think you want these people to be brought to justice, but who is against who and what really happened? But then he does stuff like that, and you're like, oh yeah, the episode was trying to make him look nice, and then right at the end they switched it around by saying, but look what he can do, why he's so dangerous, and what is he trying to find out about the past? Because I'm guessing it took him years, and he's had to study up and do all of this because he knows how to trick the audience, like the people at home, to bend to his will. And we've seen that he's been able to do it as a kid. And people are afraid of him. And he's not really well liked. But I also feel like, in some cases, it feels like because of where he was originally from. It's so complex, it's so fascinating. And genuinely, I'm starting to get very hooked on what is truly going on, because you just can't trust anyone in this show. And it's like who will be brought to justice next, and it feels like it's giving you clues, and people around the rich are starting to lose a bit of their cool because they know they could be targeted, so they've got to be extra careful now, because this is two people. But we never actually saw if he was found guilty. We never saw what actually happened to the son, so I guess we'll find out. But he's making enemies, but I don't think he cares. He's so fascinating, especially his backstory and who he really is and what happened in that church. And that's why when he saw Kim Gaon, he looked at him and he was in shock. Because it's funny enough, the picture's literally the actor, but then the actor playing Isaac is someone completely different. So it's like, huh. But that whole backstory will be really intriguing to find out what really happened. Thank you for watching.